I think Cold War was underrated last year, man. I think Cold War was a really good game. I think it just like in terms of skill gap, I think it just allowed like the fact that FaZe was the best team, but also like played like the best team for such a like a long period of time last year, just won so many like their win percentage was like 70%, something crazy like that. I think Cold War for sure, like better rank system and snipers and search.
What is up, ladies and genitals? Horizon here, coming at you, coming through, and in today's video I recently went back to playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I ran across a clip of Optic Rambo Ray talking about how Cold War was an underrated Call of Duty game, so I went back to playing it. I've wanted to go back to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War for a while now, because it's been no secret that I think that it is a superior game compared to Call of Duty Vanguard, which is one of the reasons why it's getting more content for a year too, like a new weapon and more zombies content. Since I haven't played Cold War since the release of the Vargo 52, where I tested it out and reviewed it, I tested how long it would take me to find a match in pubs, league play, and zombies. I was actually shocked how much faster I was getting into lobbies compared to Call of Duty Vanguard. For pubs, my average wait time would be around 1 to 2 minutes, where in Vanguard it's more like 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes even longer. The biggest thing I noticed immediately is how many lobbies I got into, which were brand new. Compared to Vanguard, I find myself getting into more lobbies where the match is already in progress, where the enemy has dogs, local informants, and a ball turret gunner in the air. Don't get it twisted, this still does happen in Cold War, but it was refreshing to get into fresh lobbies. After coming off of Call of Duty Vanguard and playing Call of Duty Cold War, the classical COD engine didn't feel as bad as I thought it was going to be, since one of the major selling points is Vanguard is using the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. I expected it to be a night and day difference. Honestly, it didn't feel too different. In my experience, it's much more easier to be precise on the newer engine compared to the older one. I also didn't think the graphics were that bad in Cold War. I see comments about Cold War's graphics being horrible, but it looked good to me. Definitely not as good as Modern Warfare 2019 or Vanguard in my opinion, but this is all subjective, so Cold War or another COD game could look the best to you. The biggest difference was definitely the gameplay. Going back to Cold War, I knew the time to kill on average wasn't as fast as Vanguard's. I was reminded of this because of that Rambo Ray clip I showed earlier. There were numerous amounts of times where I felt like I should have died, but lived because of the slower time to kill. I also got a little help from the movement in this game, since the slide mechanic covers so much ground in little to no time at all. It was insanely fun cameraing people with the slide, surprising my enemies where they could barely react. The game felt like I was being rewarded for my aggressive play. After the course of my play session, the skill-based matchmaking did kick in, and one of the matches I got into were against a party of snipers, which was frustrating since it felt like they couldn't miss. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, compared to the recent CODs, definitely showed snipers a lot more love. It felt like I couldn't even move sometimes, but I still think weapon balancing isn't too bad in this game. Everything is pretty much usable. One thing that I will never forget though is the insane map pool. Because of the remasters, it makes the game so much more tolerable. You can expect even more remasters to be added in the future, because maps like Jungle and Firing Range were leaked to be in the game's files, along with more content. I actually missed Cold War. If they just overhauled league plays, ranking system, skill-based matchmaking, and the score streak system, this game would probably be up there amongst the best Call of Duties. Overall, I think this is the COD game to buy. There's so much more things to do, which increase the replay value, along with more content coming soon. If you're annoyed with the skill-based matchmaking multiplayer, you could just play zombies or party games. I actually had a good time playing Cold War and comparing it to the most recent Call of Duty game, which is Vanguard. That is it for today's video. Namaste my friends, and I will talk to you all next time.